Okay, lesson number 2, we're going to talk about the tuning of the guitar. Now, you can tune a guitar in a lot of different ways. Let's talk about firstly the bits and pieces of the guitar itself. Up here we've got the things that the strings wind onto. We call them tuners or machine heads, tuning machines. And the strings go round though. In a later lesson I'm going to talk about changing of strings, but at the moment, down at this end, we've got the bridge, which is the big wooden part there that's got the strings attached. On a steel string guitar with pegs like this, on a nylon string guitar they're generally tied through. The white plastic or bone part there is called the saddle. The white plastic or bone part there is called the nut. As I said in the first lesson, these raised bars across the fretboard that we have there are called the frets. Now the strings, standard tuning, what we call standard tuning that most things are played in, the instrument is tuned E, A, D, G, B, E. I'm going to talk about the technicalities of that in later lessons. However, for the moment you just need to learn that E, A, D, G, B, E. That's going from the thickest string to the thinnest string. Or the 6th string, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Remember, I talked about the numbering of the strings as well. So how do you tune? Well, as I said in the first lesson, you can buy yourself a little electronic tuner, and that's what most people do these days, and that's just terrific. It will give you an accurate tuning. Having said that, guitars themselves aren't terribly accurate. They're a compromise all around. You can sometimes tune a guitar very precisely, or each string of the guitar precisely with a digital tuner, and when you go to play a chord you'll still find that it just doesn't sound quite right to your ear, and so you need to fiddle it a little bit. However, for now, if you have one of these type of tuners that attaches to the head of the, or headstock as that's called, of the guitar, you switch it on, you play the note and you raise or lower the string, in the case of the Planet Waves tuner, until the note turns green. It's red either side of if it's sharp or flat, but green if it's right. Now, that's one way to tune a guitar and probably the most accurate, but what if you don't have an electronic tuner? Well, there are other ways that you can tune a guitar with your ear, and I'd encourage you to practice this as well. May not be as accurate as the electronic tuner, but you will develop your ear and you'll be able to hear the changes in notes and consequently chords much better, and that'll help you a lot later on. Let me show you here what you can do. You do have to generally get one string right, so if you don't have an electronic tuner you might get a tuning fork, and typically people will get an A tuning fork, although you can get them in any note name. Alternatively, you might tune one of your strings on your guitar to a note on your piano if you have a piano, or you might tune it to another friend's guitar if you've got a friend there. So let's assume for a moment that we've got, say, this bass E string. Correct. What if the A string, which is the next string down, were a bit out like that? I've just made it a bit flat. Doesn't sound right. Now, again, without getting into the technicalities of it at this stage, I just want to show you how it works. If I place my finger behind the 5th fret of the bass E, remember the bass E is the one that we've got right, and then I tune my A string, up to that, or down if I was too sharp. When they sound the same, now I've got E, A. Likewise with the A to the D, fifth fret, so 5th fret of the A string, you've got to make your D or your 4th string, remember the numbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound the same as that A string at the 5th fret. Same thing on the D string to the G string. So 5th fret, just behind the 5th fret of the D string, and you want to make the 3rd string or G string sound the same. So I mean, it might be sharp. So I need to bring it down. Now, this is where it changes. On the tuning the B string, you want to go back to the 4th fret of the G string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to make the B string sound the same. B string, 2nd string. Next one down is 5th fret again. 5th fret of the B string. Open treble E string. And then your guitar should be in tune.